Evcol.
The Little Things by C. Edward Sellner.
The year is 2367, and humanity has spread to the stars. Dozens of orbiting stations, hundreds of ships and colonies scattered throughout the solar system and beyond have given humanity an edge into the broader galaxy. Then, in the span of a single moment, Earth is lost forever. Suddenly, that edge is now all humanity has to cling to for survival as a species. Faster-than-light scout ships with minimal crews seek out viable worlds to establish long-term, self-sustaining colonies. The rest of humankind sleeps in cryogenic stasis aboard vast colony ships that will require decades, even centuries, to reach their new homes. This was the beginning of the great human diaspora.
Stick's dead! I've lost all control! We're coming in way too hot! Crooko, what do you got back there?
Blazes if I know, Strickland. The engine's going critical. Safety's failing. It's as if the entire system just crashed. Drive failsafe's collapsing. Containment overrides down. We've got an intermixed chamber bleed and no way to reroute.
English!
We're about 3 minutes from becoming a small sun.
Warning.
Well, I got good news on that 3-minute deadline to blow up. We're gonna crash in two. Get in the life pod. Abandon shit.
Warning. Launching life pod. Launching life pod. Launching life pod.
My God. I didn't honestly expect that to work. I can't believe we're alive.
Those life pods are reinforced titanium alloy, and the inertia gel is rated for hypersonic...
No one cares. We're alive. That's what matters.
You boy? You alright?
I think so. I'm sorry, sir. This is my first deep space mission.
As you've apologized for many times, if it's any consolation, this is my first deep space crash landing.
Well, you did pretty solid by it, Strickland. I don't know how you managed to keep us from going into a spiral when we hit atmosphere, but the fact that you kept the ship upright is the only reason the life pod port wasn't aiming us straight into rock.
Just doing my job. Wait a second. Ah, shit! Get down! everyone intact?
I'm shaken, Captain, but good. No leaks.
Me too, thank you, sir.
Good thing, as I'm not picking up any oxygen in scans. Not even residual traces. Hydrogen over 70%. Trace stuff for the rest. Argon, methane.
Our engines, exposed to the rich hydrogen, that was a fusion meltdown. We're lucky this half of the planet still exists.
Guys, we're not alone.
Well, we're officially screwed. There's not going to be anything salvageable from the ship. Not after that.
All we've got to breathe is the oxygen in our EVA suits. For what? 12 hours?
And this planet won't be any help. It's not a carbon-based ecosystem.
Com system on. Open mission log file.
Recording.
I know that no one will probably ever hear this. We've crashed on a strange alien world, but somehow miraculously survived. The ship is gone. Lost. With it, any chance of our survival. Focus your bow. Do the job. The ground is covered in crystals, like sparkling gravel. There are larger crystal constructs like pillars or pylons. Scans show the planet is largely a silicone-based ecosystem with a non-breathable atmosphere, and yet there is life here.
There's gotta be something we can do. Maybe some underground...
Strick, you're a great stick jockey, but you're not hearing me. The entire element composition on this planet is diametrically opposed to our own. Everything here is basically lethal to us.
Alien beings like nothing I've ever seen. Like no one has ever seen. How can they live here? We didn't think it possible. It's not possible, but... Oh, come on, girl. Pull yourself together. The aliens are insect-like, walking upright, though, on two legs. They look, they look kind of like grasshopper legs, but their arms are more like segmented tentacles with three-pronged claws at the end, and their whole body is covered in a carapace, a shell. They have large heads with large, multifaceted eyes, like a fly.
What about from the suits? The power packs? Can we rig something up?
To do what exactly? Terraform the planet? Pull basic elements out of our asses?
Hard to tell. They seem primitive, but who knows? We didn't have time to scan the surface before. They emit an almost trilling-like sound, but it doesn't seem complex enough for language. One is carrying some kind of staff. There are several of them. A couple are quite a bit smaller than the others. Children, maybe. They seem pretty curious about us. I guess they want to know who literally crashed their party. Hello there.
I think we have a bigger problem. The signal beacon probe for the colony ship deployed before we crashed. It's signaling to direct the nearest colony ship here.
What? How? Kruko, what happened?
I don't know. I still have no clue what happened to the ship. It all happened so fast.
Damn. Those colony ships use remote piloting systems. Once they lock onto a signal beacon, it's pretty much a one-way trip. There are thousands of colonists in cryo on each one of those ships. And if they expend their fuel getting here...
Hey, Eboa, where are you going?
To do my job.
Oh, hey, ask them if they've got an oxysynthesizer or protein sequencer handy.
Do you think
That it's likely a bunch of big bugs have the means to create food and atmosphere that just happens to be compatible with a totally alien organism, unlike any they've likely ever encountered?
That's a no, right?
one of the smaller ones. Seems curiosity is getting the better of it. It's coming toward me, meeting me halfway. Easy now. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey there. Aren't you odd?
What about the beacon? Maybe we can change the signal to an SOS.
For who? Colony cryoships are a century out. They're going to be a little late.
And the other FTL scout ships are spread too far to pick up the signal. Actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't matter anyway. The probes use a basic subspace pulse. It can't communicate more than a repeating signal. We can't even alter it enough to warn the colony ship off.
We have all the data and programming for terraforming on the hand comms we have with us. Could we bring the beacon down and rig something with it?
You really don't appreciate the complexity of the terraforming rigs we had, do you?
But the beacon does have compressed O2 tanks for maneuvering in orbit. Those we could maybe rig to the EVA suits. Give us more time to figure out the rest.
Can we override it? Make a controlled descent on the hand comm?
Neither the probe or the handcom was designed for that. But maybe...
The little one is very curious. It's come right up to me while all the others are hanging back. Like a little kid. Even trying to climb into my lap as soon as I sat down. If I could only make you understand that we're from very far away, but don't mean you any harm. Yeah, I get you figured it out, but your friends there, they don't seem convinced. That strange sound you make can't be a language, can it? All of you make it almost all the time, like crickets. No variations. I don't see any of your friends looking at one another or passing on messages. No signs of it being any kind of verbal communication. You haven't made any other sounds that could be spoken language. But you folks do like to touch each other a lot. Those long tentacles, all of you, keep reaching out to the others closest to you and... Wait, they're scared. Well, of course you are. You have no idea what to make of us, do you?
Oxygen levels, 83%. Time remaining, 10 hours.
Come on. I've got the signal at max. Show me something. Anything.
It's not going to work. The hand comms weren't designed for long-range signals, and the probe is way out of range for them.
Can we link each of our comms? Boost the signal?
That could work. Hand them over.
Well, little one, I think I've won over your friends. They all seem much more relaxed. Either I've convinced them I genuinely mean no harm, or maybe they just don't think I'm capable of it. All my life, I've dreamed about making a first contact. I was trained to know it would be a long and challenging process, possibly years, to be able to effectively communicate with an alien species. Now, here you are, and I've got just under 10 hours left to live. How do I explain everything I need to now? Especially when it doesn't even seem like you even have a language.
Oxygen levels, 49%. Time remaining, 6 hours.
Yes! I've got a signal lock. The handcom is reaching the probe. Now I've just got to establish a control uplink to make it land. We're going to do this!
Oh yeah, man. Air on that thing should last us days.
We can figure something out by then.
I wish there was some way, any way I could ask for your help. Not that I have any clue what you could do, even if I could. I don't even know if you're people, your species. I don't even know if your species is sentient. And even if you were, well, we're almost out of time. We're going to die here. Well, the guys won't accept it. They keep trying, but really, if it's a few more hours, a few more days, it's still going to end the same way. We're going to die and be lost on this alien world, and then all those people. The closest colony ship, which has probably already received the probe signal through subspace. It's going to get here, low on fuel and power, and thousands of people, men, women, and children, they're going to be marooned here as well. It will be all our fault. We were supposed to save the human race, not kill thousands of the few survivors left. You all went silent. Like you understand. And my little friend here, wrapping me in your tentacles, resting your head against my faceplate. Are you trying to comfort me, little one?
Oxygen levels, 4%. Time remaining, 30 minutes.
Hey, what are you doing, Kruko? Why did you shut down the signal?
It's not working.
You don't just give up. Turn it back on. Keep trying.
It's not working because the probe is hack-proof. It was designed for one simple purpose: to be launched and send a beacon signal. We can't modulate the signal. We can't hack into its guidance system and redirect it. We can't make it land. It probably wouldn't even survive the landing if we could.
All moot. Even if we made it work at this point, we'd be talking hours to get it down. Hours we don't have.
You haven't left me. None of you. All this time you've stayed with me. Especially you, little one. You keep bumping your head against my helmet. Keep trying to touch me, like all of you keep touching each other. I'm sorry. I can't, little one. But if I take off my helmet... Wait. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe that's how you communicate, like some form of touch telepathy. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna die anyway, so... Maybe. This is my last chance. When I take off this helmet, little one, I'll only have a few seconds until I die. But let me die trying. Let me kiss you once on that forehead of yours, little one. Just once. Thank you. See ya.
So alike, but so different. Facing their end, three struggled in vain for their own survival. One reached out in hope for the survival of those yet to come. So different, but so alike. Yaboa, daughter, mother, lover, friend, desiring touch and love. This we knew, this we understood, a gulf light years apart, yet as nothing. A mother's love for her children, a woman's love for the brothers and sisters of her kind. These little things, she called them. Knowing them, touching them, how could we not honor them? How could we not save them?
I know I'm still groggy from 100 years in cryo, but I don't get it. The scout ships were supposed to choose more compatible and uninhabited planets. Ones like Earth, or close enough for terraforming in the time it took us to get here. But this planet? Totally alien to us. A silicon-based ecosystem and hydrogen-based atmosphere. Totally lethal to humans. And there's clearly an advanced species living on the planet. We scanned sprawling cities of crystal towers all over the surface when we entered orbit.
Aye, you don't have to tell me, man. I did the preliminary sensor sweeps once we all woke up, but you can't deny it. There is a massive 1,000-mile radius biodome on the southern continent that is reading 100% Earth-like atmosphere within. It's unique. Nothing else like it on the planet, and it just happens to be big enough to accommodate our 2,500 colonists with plenty of room to spare.
Yeah, but our technology isn't even close to creating something like that. The raw materials, the crystalline dome itself, and it's already filled with Earth-like plants, including edible crops and fresh water, which is just...
I know, but it's sending the same signal as the beacon probe, making it obvious. And at this point, it's all we've got. We were running on fumes to establish orbit with the colonist ship. All we've got now are these shuttles to taxi back and forth, and landing bays at the edge of that dome, configured just for them. So, I guess we're going to find out.
Hello. Who are you? I am Sia. She called Yaboa, told me so much of all of you. So we welcome you to Namita, your new home, that we prepared just for you, little one.
This was an Evcol Entertainment Clockwork Digital Studios original production, a part of the On Another Wavelength audio anthology series, featuring the voice talents of Samantha Boffin, Michelle Campbell-Jones, Mitch Howell, Chris Machari, and Mark Stewart. Written by C. Edward Sellner. Directed and produced by Simon James Collier. Series created and co-produced by Adam Dechanel. Soundscape design, Zachary Elliott-Hatton.